Talk to us. You're live on the show. It is not Miguel, but we want to hear what you have to say about Tiger. Would you mind just giving us some, not necessarily about Tiger, but speak to the side of a professional athlete. You were a successful professional athlete, and we just want to kind of just hear what you think the responsibility of a professional athlete. What do you think? No. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it because we can edit it out if he doesn't want to say it. But I have on the phone Quentin Coriat. And Quentin Coriat is pretending to be somebody he's not.
Q.
1 second.
Q-tip.
Wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute. You're not.
Speaker, get the speaker.
Yeah, I got to get the speaker.
Got any dancing music? Any kind of?
All right, Quentin.
Wish we had a band.
Quentin Coriat.
There you go.
Quentin Coriat, a.k.a. Miguel.
So Miguel, ¿qué pasó?
Fantastico. You're on the Save Tiger Woods show. You're calling in, former big timer, first round draft, number 2 pick. We know in the heyday you were out and about.
Tiger Woods has a problem, just like everyone else who wants to criticize him for his shortcoming. There are some people that are addicted to alcohol. There are individuals who are addicted to drugs. It is very apparent that Tiger Woods has a sexual addiction, and this is something that he needs to seek medical attention. This is something that is not a one-day, two-day fix.
Okay. So you think it's why does everyone always say when a horny man gets caught in the cookie jar that he has a sexual addiction? Could it be? Well,
I think all of us are in that category, if that were the case.
I think we're all men, so we have that calling to want to get some tail. But at the same time, I think there's a responsibility that comes with getting married. So shouldn't he have had counseling and therapy before? If the problem exists today, it existed the day before he said I do. Or maybe it was just learned behavior. I don't know. It's a thought. What do you think about that, kid? Miguel?
Stunned him. He drove off the side of the road.
Don't drop off.
Well, that it brings up a good
okay.
point.
We've lost our caller. We'll get back. We have technical difficulties.
Where do you how do you rank this? He's right. I mean, there are a lot of guys who have done a lot. The drugs. There have been some vehicular homicide athletes that make a comeback, but a lot of these guys are not at the level of Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan.
The exposure is so much
right. They're not these super duper stars.
Exactly.
So I was going to make this point as far as sponsors. Accenture drops him. Oh. I don't know what they do. Would they sell insurance or something? They're all over the airport, so there are going to be a lot of bare walls at airports now.
Wow.
But so they drop him, and Gatorade drops one of his products, and Nike's kind of,
Gatorade's moving forward. They didn't drop him. They're just moving
They're not going to drop him, right? You're not going to see brand new Tiger Woods commercials anytime soon. But yes, infidelity. Where does that rank as far as moral? Maybe if you're a young person in your teens and you're playing golf and you admire Tiger Woods, does that teenager really go, that's bad, I hate Tiger, because infidelity is so much into our social culture now.
They're not learning it from Tiger, in other words.
Exactly.
They're not learning.
So this is kind of almost like, he messed around, and everyone gets on their high horse, especially a lot of these talking heads that are men, who probably do the same thing or have done the same thing.
So they're not learning how to go out and get some.
You get married, you shouldn't cheat on your wife. I would never do that.
And you won't do meth like Andre Agassi.
Right. But I'm not in that situation. I'm not making millions of dollars a year, and I don't have access to, like you said, tail being thrown at you all the time. And these women can be aggressive, and it's hard to say no to a porn star. Let me tell you.
you know what? Now, he's saying it's hard to say no to a porn star. How do they get access is really the next question. Because these guys can't just walk out on the street without people knowing it. They don't just go up to a hooker or a hoe and say, hey, come on in here, baby. It doesn't work that way. You just made a good point. But people are not looking at that. It's the people around you that supply you the chain of garbage that you don't need. And at some point, you're paying all this money, you're worth more than whatever. People fear being honest with you and being in your best interest. An agent has to be in the best interest, but oftentimes the agent is just one fella who's in the best interest of a business deal, but he doesn't put you around the group of people you need to be. And you want to carry your boys, you're making a lot of money now, and so you put all these people around you that are so dependent on your money, nobody wants to tell you no.
Right.
When do you say no to an athlete? When do you say no to Vince Young? When do you say no to Steve McNair? When does Vince, who probably knew about Steve McNair's little side tail, say, as your friend, I'm going to step in?
Right.
You know, these guys show up at the weddings, but they don't hold their buddies accountable to the wedding that they stood there and blessed them over the vows.
And I was a crazy man in my 20s, so it's hard to do.
You're still crazy. No,
but again, and I think it goes even deeper than that, and I think the people are afraid to really get down to the nitty-gritty on certain issues.